Did this female astronaut's hair float in space, but Katy Perry's didn't? Suni Williams went viral during her live stream from the ISS. Her hair was floating everywhere. Classic zero gravity. But when Katy Perry flew on Jeff Bezos's Blue Origin rocket, her hair, it stayed down. Some said maybe Katy's hair is too long or heavy, but then Gayle King flew too, with short hair, and even hers didn't float. And here's what really caught people off guard. When the capsule landed, the door opened inward. That's not how real spacecraft work. Real space doors open outward because pressure inside pushes against them during re-entry.
What up, y'all? Welcome back to a brand new video. You know what to do. Get on Amazon, get that Desired Nutrition, that pre-workout for that pump, that focus, and that energy. Unfortunately, you know, we out of stock of those electrolytes, man. We out of stock right now. I'll let you guys know when we get back in stock with that. When that's back on Amazon, okay? Speaking of Amazon, let's get into the video.
Command engine start. 2, 1, ignition. Liftoff. New Shepard has cleared the tower. Begin throttle down for Q limiting. Engine response looks good.
Wow, so we had some so I want to say, I think it was 6 females about 5 days ago. They went to they went to space, man. They went to space. All right, man. Dope, man. It's getting a lot of controversy for some reason. Why is that, man? Why is everybody so, like, there's some people who are in disbelief that they actually went to space. There's some people who that believe that they went, but they made a few mistakes, you know. But more importantly, why do people think it's not real though? Why is that, man? I mean, I'm not a conspiracy theorist myself, you know. I think that I do believe that the government lies about a lot of stuff. I'm not gonna lie about that. I do feel that way. But what government doesn't? You know, what country's government is just all truthful to all the people? You know, but it's really like, why though? To me, like, what's the big deal? You know, these women aren't why the whole woman thing? I don't get that either. These aren't the first women to ever go to space, if they did go to space. And why them in particular, you know, why those women? The 3 women that we know of, I don't really know who the other 3 women are, but I know the first 3 women, they're always, if you Google it or something, it's going to say Katy Perry, Gayle King, and Jeff Bezos' girlfriend, something Sanchez. Let me see what her name is. Yeah, Lauren Sanchez. So that's his fiance or whatever. So why them? You know? But what are people saying about it? Let's see what other people are saying about it. And by the way, look at this right here. This next video that automatically came up after the first one. This is what people wear to space when they go to space. They got a fucking helmet on, some type of G-suit kind of look like. Or maybe it's because this person plans on stepping out onto the moon or some shit, you know, which a lot of people don't even believe that really happened. That was, what, 75 some odd years ago? A lot of people don't even believe that shit happened. So, you know, but just look at what this person is wearing versus what the 6 girls are wearing going up to space. I mean, but let's hear what some people got to say, man.
These 6 chosen ladies in their blue spacesuits looking very snatched, all of them looking hot. Glam is done. Hair is herring. And they are standing shoulder to shoulder, arms around each other, and they are looking up at the rocket that is going to take them, for 11 minutes into space. Let's just listen to what they say.
Thank you so much.
We love you.
We love you.
Bring us back safe.
We're so grateful.
We're counting on you.
We're counting on you.
We believe in you too.
Oh
Thank
my
you for
God.
helping us heal. 3, 2, 1. Taking up space!
This kind of corny. It is so mortifying. Imagine if a group of men went to the rocket before they went on it and did this sort of incantation.
Woo-woo. It's not even
Yeah.
woo-woo. It's just corny. It's like Girl Scouts.
We believe in you.
Why are they speaking to the rocket? I don't know.
The rocket is an inanimate object. It can't hear.
Blue Origin cannot hear you. These 6
Yeah, it's really goofy, man. Like it's like they're acting, man. It just doesn't seem real, man. I just feel like they have to do this whole, like she said, like this Girl Scout thing, and real astronauts don't do that shit, man. Like, but of course, they were chosen. There's a reason for everything. There's a reason why they chose these people. There's a reason why they chose this time frame. There's a reason why this fucking
chosen ladies
Look at
in
this
their blue
rocket, though.
spacesuits looking very snatched.
is that this
All
why
of
they
them looking
chose
hot. Glam is done. Hair is herring. And they are standing shoulder to shoulder, arms around each other, and they are looking up at the rocket that is going to take them, for 11 minutes into space. Let's just listen to what they say.
Thank you so much.
We love you.
We love you.
Bring us back safe.
I mean, they're essentially about to get on this giant dildo looking fucking thing and take it to space, so to speak. Like, they got these fucking 6 women riding in a big ass dildo to outer space. That's what it looks like, And in the video, we saw the video. That shit, I'm not gonna lie, man. Like I said, I'm not saying that they didn't go, man, but that shit looked AI, man. You got some AI stuff right now, man. That shit looks real, man. You have people questioning everything now. With AI these days, they questioning everything. And they getting on this giant dildo here, man. Wow.
So I'm sure by now you guys have heard about the first ever all-female crew to go to space. But boy, there's a whole lot that's fishy about this supposed 11-minute trip to space. First of all, let's just look at the crew. You've got Gail King, you've got Katy Perry, and you've got Lauren Sanchez, Jeff Bezos' wife. This is a pretty interesting choice of people to send to space. Next, let's look at the design of this all-woman spacecraft. No comment. Also, during the flight actually taking place, we had no video of the inside of the spacecraft. There was only outside video of the spacecraft launching and coming back down to Earth. It wasn't until
Oh shit. Yeah, I did see that. Kind of weird as well. Like they have video of them in space, taking selfies. Naturally, what you think they would be fucking doing when they got up there, right? Taking selfies, and Katy Perry bringing out some dead ass daisy flower. I guess that's to represent her daughter or some shit like that. There's no video of them going up, but there's video of them landing. So that is kind of weird.
The crew landed that we got video from inside of the spacecraft, allegedly.
Whoa. That's amazing. Got it? 1, 2, 3, take up space!
Excuse me.
You mean to tell me you're in space, and instead of looking out of the window in amazement the whole entire time, the only thing you can focus on is showing the camera your little flower, your little teddy bear, and your gadgets from Earth? Also notice how there's absolutely no footage of them taking off or landing. Where's that footage at? Where's the footage of you guys actually taking off into space?
They did have the footage of them like landing, like it looked like they were inside of the capsule thing, and it like hit the ground, and they showed different. Like I said, I'm not sure if they were in it, but it looks like they showed video of them in it when it landed. Where it landed was interesting too, is because supposedly they're supposed to, if you're coming from outer space, you're supposed to be having all this type of heat or whatever, because you're coming down at so many G forces that it's collecting this heat, and it's supposed to fall over water, you know. I mean, I'm not a fucking astronaut, so I don't know. I guess they can fall over land too now. I don't know. Maybe technology has made it so they can fall on the land. But last time I checked, it's supposed to fall over water.
Next thing, this logo. This is the Blue Origin logo. You see it there. All of the crew members have this logo on their suits. Now, you may not notice anything unusual about this logo looking at it upright. But what happens if you just turn it 180 degrees? This is what you have. Anything about that look familiar? What about now? Look familiar? Coincidence? I don't know. If you're not convinced already that something was definitely off with this supposed space flight, you're about to be. This Blue Origin capsule is supposed to have a pressurized cabin that makes it impossible for the door to be opened from the inside, which means the only way that this capsule can be opened is if someone from the outside opens it. What you're about to see is footage of one of the crew members from inside of this capsule opening the door before it was time to. Check this out.
Once again, watch them open the pressurized capsule from the inside, not knowing that it's not time, it's not cue time yet. And then
they opened it too early.
Where the media shows you all over the news that they're waiting for the guy to open the hatch. Good? Okay, here we go.
And then they act like he opened it.
And once again, you've been fooled, people.
You seen it for yourself. One of the crew members opened the door before it was time. Then when Jeff Bezos, who is the one who's supposed to be opening this pressurized cabin.
And you know, that's that at least, let's just say that the staged part was him opening the door. Let's just say they did that already prior to the cameras coming out. Like, he already opened it, and they wanted to recreate it on camera. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, they fucked up on the inside with what they were supposed to do. Let's just say they did that prior. You know, it's all staged for her to come out first. You know, Lauren come out, her come out and give him, Jeff Bezos, a fucking hug and shit. And everybody comes out at the same, you know, the way they're supposed to come out. But if they didn't do that, if they didn't stage it prior to the cameras coming out, and they just literally just did that right then, then obviously the whole shit was staged. The whole shit, you know what I'm saying? Because from my understanding, and again, I'm not a astronaut. I have no training in in NASA or anything like that. But from my understanding, a pressurized door is supposed to open outwards, not inwards. If you have a pressurized door, and that's how the person from the outside is supposed to be able to open it, and it's supposed to open up outwards. Because if that pressure was to come out, onto the door, it would push, you know what I'm saying? It would push through that fucking door hard as fuck. But hey, what do I know, right?
You know, what's going to come out of
All right, so this is basically the same video of the capsule being up a little closer, of the door being opened prior to Jeff Bezos opening it himself with this, the special tool.
Out of her mouth, but really her heart.
And is that Jeff Bezos?
So boom, she opens the door from the inside, and the other chick from I guess she's one of the associates from Blue Origin, tells her something, you know, like, motherfucker, close that shit. What the fuck you doing, man? Not right now. So they close it real quick, and now they have to act like he opens it.
Bezos out there right by the capsule, kind of hard to see.
That is.
Here we go.
Here goes Jeff Bezos to open the hatch.
She didn't really close it again. Come on out, guys. Come on, man. Come on, buddy.
1, 2, 3. Taking up space!
Tamir's in space.
Behind you, look right behind you. It's okay. Leave Flynn up there. Flynn behind you. Look.
Flynn, I gotcha. I got you, Flynn.
Gotcha. Proud of you, Flynn. Oh, the moon! You guys, I have to tell you, look at the moon. That's amazing.
Wow, look at the blue line.
Oh my gosh. Oh my goddess. Wow. That's our
Oh my goddess.
Okay. Now it's time to look out that was. Oh my gosh.
The space Bahamas. The fuck?
Whoa. That's amazing. Got it?
I don't know, man. This shit, like I said, man, I ain't saying they ain't go up there. I'm not saying they're not in space, man. All I'm saying is, like I've said in other videos, do not believe everything you see on TV, man. This shit is, a lot of this stuff is not real. Do not idolize people because you don't know what their motives are. You don't know what is going on here, you know? For what reason they went up they chose these 6 women to go up to space for. Why them to go up? They're not even trained. They're not trained to be in space. You understand what I'm saying? These people are celebrities. And they're going up to space to do what? To figure out how we can put garbage into the atmosphere or into space. That's what they're claiming, that they want to start taking the garbage and put it in space. So you send these women up there to do what for 11 minutes? I don't know, man.
The montage of them about them. Let's watch.
Out there, it's dark. It's like death.
And I'm so proud of us. I really am proud of me.
Flowers for me, I believe, are like God's laughter and God's smile. And I brought a daisy because I have so much love for my daughter Daisy, and I have so much love for Mother Earth.
It just says to me, if I can do this, I was telling these guys, I might even now get my ears pierced. I've never gotten my ears pierced because that hurts.
I hope they can see the unity that we modeled and replicate that and understand that we weren't just taking up space, we were making space for the future. Yeah.
Oh my God.
10 out of 10 review.
The montage of them about them.
What the fuck are y'all talking about? That we weren't, we didn't just go up there to take up space, but we made space? Cause it's space.
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
Man.
What bothers?
So at this point, they're already back and they started getting some criticism, and it wasn't like constructive criticism. It's some of the non-believers and some people are kind of mocking what they did, because again, you have this all-female crew, which is great. That's awesome, man. It's not like they're the first females to go up there. You have quite a few female astronauts, real astronauts, that, you know, went to school, studied for a few years, went through training for a few years, and got all the certifications to go into space. They're actual like commanders of a ship, you know what I'm saying, or a rocket, excuse me. Ship, right? They get to they're actual commanders, and they control these and they go up there for months at a time. You know, they're in space for months. You know, not for 11 minutes. Not taken away from if they did go up to space. If they did, not taken away from what the 11 minutes they were up there, but you're not what you're claiming to be. You know what I'm saying? And I think some of these ladies want more respect than they should. Like, you took a ride up there. That's cool. That's dope, man. If you did that, that's cool, man. What's the problem?
Me, because I've certainly read some of the things online coming from people that I know, that I like, that I consider friends. Space is not a either or, it's a both and because you do something in space doesn't mean you're taking anything away from Earth. And
what the fuck does that mean? Space is not the either or, it's a what the fuck did she even say? Space is not an either or, it's an and does, and it's a how. What?
And what you're doing in space is trying to make things better here on Earth. What Blue Origin wants to do is take the waste here and figure out a way to put it in space to make our planet cleaner. I mean, Jeff Bezos has so many ideas, and the people that are working there are really devoted and dedicated to making our planet a better place. That's number one. Number two, there was nothing frivolous.
Thank you to Jeff Bezos then. Great. So what's your complaint about you?
About what we did. So, you know, I'm very disappointed and very saddened by it. And I also say this, what it's doing to inspire other women and young girls, please don't ignore that. I've had so many women and young girls reach out to me, and men too, by the way, men too, that say, wow, I never thought I could do that, but I see you doing it at this stage of my life. Who would have thunk it? Not me. I don't like that people are calling it a ride. A ride, you know, you never see a male astronaut who's going up in space and they said, oh, he took a ride. We actually duplicated the route that Alan Shepard did. That's what
you did. Take a ride. That's what you did. What else did you do? You put on a seatbelt. Well, we don't know what you did in inside the cabin because we didn't see it. We didn't see the video of you in the cabin going up, taking 3 or 4 G-forces all the way up. We didn't see that, but you took a ride. You're not a commander. You didn't take control. You didn't direct anything. You weren't steering the wheel. I mean, you know, I don't know how fucking rockets work, but you don't either. All you did was sit there. So yeah, you took a ride. What's the problem?
Why it's called, this particular capsule is called the New Shepard. We duplicated that route. No one said he took that ride. Yeah. It's always referred to as a flight.
You're not him. He's a real astronaut. He really went up there. He went to the moon, and he was the first person to do it. If he really did it, if we did go to the moon. Like I said, there's a lot of conspiracy theorists out there that say that it didn't happen either. But if it did, he is the first person to do it. That's different. He went through so much training to do that. What did you go through? Why are you comparing yourself to him?
Flight or a journey. So I feel that that's a little disrespectful to what the mission was and what the work that Blue Origin does. We use space technology all the time, whether it's your GPS, whether it's your satellite. That doesn't just happen. Every time a flight goes up, they get some type of information. 2 of the astronauts, I still have a hard time calling myself an astronaut, but 2 of the astronauts.
Because you're not a fucking astronaut. Why do these people keep calling themselves astronauts? I don't understand that. You're not an astronaut. I understand by the definition, the first words in the definition of an astronaut is somebody who has trained to go to space. You did not train to go to space. You did like a quick training or whatever, some type of fast track. These people spend years in school and training to be called astronauts. You didn't do that.
Why did this female astronaut's hair float in space but Katy Perry's didn't? Suni Williams went viral during her live stream from the ISS. Her hair was floating everywhere. Classic zero gravity. But when Katy Perry flew on Jeff Bezos's Blue Origin rocket, her hair, it stayed down. Some said maybe Katy's hair is too long or heavy, but then Gayle King flew too, with short hair, and even hers didn't float. And here's what really caught people off guard. When the capsule landed, the door opened inward. That's not how real spacecraft work. Real space doors open outward because pressure inside pushes against them during re-entry. Another thing, none of them wore pressure suits. NASA astronauts always do re-entry, just in case of sudden depressurization.
No pressure suits at all. No type of helmet. No, these girls came back. It looks like their hair was redid. Like they redid their hair while they was up in space. Let's do each other's hair while we up here. Fuck it, we gotta look nice. They got some type of bodysuits on. Nothing for like G-force or nothing. And from my understanding, astronauts have to go through training with G-suits and all that shit. Some of the same type of training that pilots have to go through. Like fighter jet pilots. Some of that similar type of training. Not the same, but because fighter jets go through, they see a lot more G-forces than an astronaut would, because of the speed that they're traveling. But they go through a lot of training to be considered an astronaut, and they wear certain type of gear to protect them, from pressure, to protect them from the G forces. Even like a fighter pilot is going to wear, they wear what you call a G suit. And a G suit is going to keep your, it's going to keep your legs tight, so that you don't lose too much blood pressure from your head and end up passing out during a flight. And then obviously you could crash your plane. So it's just really weird how these women just went up there with no helmets, no G suits, no astronaut suit, no nothing. Like just went up there in some type of tight ass bodysuits. That's wild, man.
So now the internet's divided. Was this an actual space trip or just a very expensive simulation? Because one thing you can't fake is floating hair in zero gravity. And you definitely can't ignore basic safety protocols. Are we watching real space exploration? Or just the most expensive PR stunt in history? You decide.
All right, so a couple things I've noticed about Blue Origin. I'm going to make another video, but here it is. I'm just put it all in one. One is, who opened the door? And how come nobody's asking that question or answering that question? Two is, as in my previous video, I have the distance between the windows. Jeff Bezos trips and he takes 2 steps and then he trips. And so that means he had, he's a man much bigger than these women. He had to take a couple steps to get from window 1 to window 2. But in the interior video shots, one of those tiny women occupy the space between the windows. So the math isn't mathing there. And then something that I just caught watching a video, or several videos, is when they're loading, the door has hardware and bolts that aren't in the landing video. So here's a picture of the door, and I'll put it right here. And you could see the frame of the entrance has 2 bolts, one in the, let's just say like the 10 o'clock and the 2 o'clock, or 11 and 1, but just up above the corners of the doors.
Come on here.
They're not in, those bolts are not in the landing. And then also there's hardware on the left and right side of the doors that I don't see a relationship in the door that they're opening. So it's almost as if those are 2 different ships. I'm truly not a conspiracy theorist, but I am I do have questions here. Yeah, I do.
Damn. See, I didn't even notice that, man. See, people are going to pick apart these videos, man, especially when you're someone, Jeff Bezos. You're not an actor. You're not a stunt person. You're not it's not what you do. Like if this was an actual act, let's say it was an act, you know, who's in on it. You know, you don't want to have too many people in on it because you really don't even want any professionals to be shooting this shit because that shit could get out, you know. But you're going to have people like this guy and other people that are going to like really examine, like, hold on a second. There's 2 bolts right there and there's only 1 bolt here. But when they got off, it was this. People are going to be looking at that stuff. People already feel like that they're being lied to all the time anyway. So it's nothing for them to try to find shit. If they want to find shit, they're going to. You understand what I'm saying? So yeah, that did look kind of weird, though. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Well, I don't know if any other pop stars have been to space, but I thought I wasn't sure if I was going to sing or if I wasn't, because I just wanted to honor my fellow astronauts and just...
Y'all not fucking astronauts. What the fuck is going on here? Like, I don't understand what are y'all talking about, man? Why do you keep calling yourselves astronauts? You guys do not have the proper training to be calling yourselves astronauts. That's like me sitting next to going on a flight with an actual pilot and me sitting in the seat next to him or her, not doing shit. And then all of a sudden, yeah, I'm a co-pilot now. Yeah, I'm a co-pilot or I'm a pilot. You know, I sat next to him. Yeah, he told me to flip that switch, so I did it. So now I'm a pilot. That's not how it works, man. Y'all not astronauts. This is wild. Is this... Somebody said, I can't wait for the SNL this weekend. Yeah, they're going to roast them, man. They're going to roast them.
You are officially an astronaut.
Thank you so much.
Okay, I went to the zoo yesterday. Now I'm a koala bear.
If my grandmother had wheels, she would have been a bike. You know what? You know what? Honestly, you know, it doesn't make any sense what you said. It's a different recipe.
I mean, it's always if right. If my mom had balls, she would be my dad. So.
You are officially an astronaut.
Thank you so much.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying? Like, you're officially an astronaut because you went into space. So if I go to space, if you go to space, you're an astronaut? I'm an astronaut. If tomorrow, if Jeff Bezos emails me and says, "Hey, Ian, you want to go to you trying to go to space tomorrow?" Yeah, fuck it. Now I'm an astronaut because I spent 3 minutes in space. That's not what that is, man. Like that shit is like, what are we living in the Twilight Zone or something? What is going on here?
Congratulations on that space trip. Gayle King and Katy Perry and Amanda Wynn, Jeff Bezos, all of them, you know, they took off the other day and went into space. Yeah. It was really funny, too, because Gayle looked very, very worried. What the hell did I get myself into? Everyone else is, yeah. Gayle King's like, uh-oh, the hell no gene just kicked in. I have some doubts about this. And you guys know what I'm talking about. I have some doubts. I don't know. They were all made up and done well. And listen, when you look at people like Mae Jemison and all these astronauts that came before us, Sally Ride and all these great astronauts that came before us, they never had all the makeup and all this other shit on. They were like, you had to train to be an astronaut. That's what I thought. You had to go through certain procedures. Maybe they did. But something is bugging me about this whole trip. Because it was fast as shit, too. It was quick. I mean, they went into space, came right back down. It was too fast. When they're on the ride, they're taking photos of each other and yeah, look at me, they're still doing selfies. Even narcissism outside of the planet is bad. Yeah, look at us. If I was in space, I'd be in the fucking window like, damn, holy shit.
Facts,
and
bro.
What happened to helmets? John Glenn, right, went to space in 1961 and he had a helmet on and all this other stuff. He had a helmet. They had suits on. These girls had like tight-ass, little cute NASA outfits on. And there was no head trauma, no from pressure. 35,000 feet on an airplane, you're like, yeah, dang.
Right.
Ear pressure, babies are crying. You're like, shit, you got to stretch out, blood clotting. This is 35,000 feet. Terrestrial. They're extraterrestrial. Once you...
These motherfuckers went out the atmosphere. Like, no helmets on? ears should have been bleeding, popping. Like, what?
Leave the fucking atmosphere, boom. Extraterrestrial, right? If you're in space, I don't know. Something didn't look right about it. And even when they took off, you was far away. I know Oprah was crying and shit, but Oprah's good at drama. Hell.
Right.
But something is looking a little off. That's all. You got.
Even this video right here of this dildo going outer space of this vibrator going in the air, it looks AI, man. It doesn't look legit. You know what I'm saying? I could be tripping, you know? I mean, it's so much AI stuff out there now. I don't know. Like, sometimes I can't tell now. You know what I'm saying? You have to, like, kind of look real close to see the little, you know, the perfect, like, lines and shit of AI. But this shit doesn't look right, man. You know what I'm saying? Like Godfrey is saying, man, he's saying the same. A lot of people are just like, I'm not saying you didn't do it, but something don't look right.
Guys, let me know. One small step for man, one giant leap for bullshit. Space, the final frontier. This is Captain Kirk, James T. Kirk. Log 525, we have a crew of women going into space. They are going to discover the mysteries of space. We've never had so many wonderful people in a capsule to check out space. They're going to bring their selfies. They're going to look at themselves and not actually space. So I want the people to tell me, as a captain of space who's been traveling all the way through with Dr. Spock and Bones, you all tell me if this is true or is it bullshit?
So look, man, I don't know, man. I don't know if it's real or if it's fake, man. I don't really fucking care, man. It's just that from what it looks like, man, it does look like bullshit, man. I ain't gonna lie to you. It looks like bullshit. I'm not understanding the reason why they chose these ladies to go up there. It don't make sense to me, but of course, nothing has to really make sense anyway, man, for motherfuckers to be doing shit, you know? And I heard Gail King saying shit like, did you go up to space? Were you in space? It's like, no, motherfucker, we have not been to space. No, we're also not fucking multi-millionaires, and y'all had to pay for that trip. You know what I'm saying? Somehow somebody paid for it. Somebody paid for y'all to go up there. You know, y'all ain't get paid. And if y'all did get paid to go up there, then that's how you know it's a publicity stunt. If they paying y'all to do that shit, cause that. Oh man, I mean, you got them. They calling themselves astronauts now, man. Like, if I was a real life astronaut, like that, you know, that worked with NASA, like I'm out there in Houston working my ass off, you know what I'm saying? And you got these 6 motherfuckers calling themselves astronauts after 2 weeks of training and flying up there with this giant vibrator, if they was even in there, with no footage of them going up or coming down, landing on land in some field. Jeff Bezos faking the door entry. One girl said she saw she put up an image of the passenger looking like a mannequin or something like that. Look, man, I don't know, man. I ain't gonna get all into that, man. What do you guys think, man? You guys think this is legit? Like they really went up there and they went to space for about 11-10 minutes, whatever the hell? Or you think it's a little stunt? Like, and if it is a stunt, why? What are they doing it for? What's the reason for all this? Let me know in the comments below what y'all think. Don't forget to subscribe, like the video, share the video, and subscribe. I think I already said that. But I'll see you guys in the next video. Appreciate y'all watching. Peace.